Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to sign up to Bluehost and set up your first WordPress install, and it's going to be very easy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to bluehost.com, type it in your browser, and go ahead and click on the Get Started Now. During this process we are going to look at a couple different plans in terms of what kind of hosting package that you should go for. Now, for most people, I do believe that the basic will cover most websites and website needs. You'll have one website, you'll get a free domain. It does include SSL. It provides email accounts up to 5 with 100 megabytes per account. So let's go ahead and click on basic at $2.95 per month. That's kind of hard to beat. So it's going to be $2.95 per month for the first 3 years, and then after that it'll be $7.99. But still, it's a great deal. On this page, you'll get to put in the domain that you have or check to see if there's a domain that's available. On this screen, you'll put in your account information, and let's take a look at the package extra. Typically, when I sign up for a domain, I don't really do the site lock or any of the other packages. However, for domain privacy, that's an option that I would kind of consider. What it does is it protects people from finding out your information through a registrar lookup. So in this case, I would, for example, keep it checked. After that, you'll enter your credit card number and click on submit, and then you're basically going to be set up with an account on Bluehost. Once you have the account set up, go back to bluehost.com, and in the upper right hand corner, click on login. Here you'll put in your username and password and then click on submit. Once you click on submit, you should see a page similar to this. This is called the cPanel. What you want to do next is click on Install WordPress. You'll be taken to this page. In the domain drop-down box, select your domain, keep the directory blank, and then select Next. On this page, you'll want to put your site name, your admin username, your admin email, and your admin password. Remember, always use a good username and always use a good password for security purposes. Also, keep note of this because you'll need these credentials to log into WordPress. Once you're done with everything, make sure everything's checked and then click on Next. Now you just wait until the installation's over. It might take some time. Once the installation is complete, you should see something saying installation complete up here. Once that happens, now you know that WordPress is installed on the domain that you've chose. So what you want to do next is go to that domain. So I'm now at my domain and I can see a new WordPress site coming soon. That tells me that WordPress has been successfully installed on my domain. If you have any issues, you can always contact Bluehost support. Now, in order to log into the WordPress admin section, append in the URL /wp-admin. In this section here, put in the username or email address that you've used to set up WordPress with, along with your password, and click on Login. Once you're logged in, you should now see the WordPress dashboard. From here, you're able to add, modify, delete things on your website. The first thing I like to do when I freshly install a WordPress website is kind of go through some of the options and kind of clean out all the unnecessary add-ons that they've installed by default. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go to plugins. I'll go to the bottom, click on the checkbox next to plugin to check mark all the plugins. I will then deactivate all of them. And then click on the checkbox again to checkbox each one, and then I am going to delete. So there will not be any plugins installed on this WordPress install. I like to start clean with my initial install. Once all the plugins are deleted, as it's deleting right now, I will then go and click on Add New. Let's cancel all of that. I'll click on Add New, and from here, I'll install the plugins that I need for the site. So, for example, if I needed a contact form, I do contact form 7. And then I'll click on install, and then I'll activate it. But I won't do that for right now. The next thing I want to do is I'll go to post. I'll delete the fake posts. So I'll move the trash and I'll click on apply. Make sure that that post is highlighted. I'll go to pages and I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to check this checkbox to make sure both pages are checked. And then I'm going to go to move the trash. Under appearance, I am going to go to widgets. And I'm going to delete all the widgets that are already pre-installed on the blog sidebar. Then I'm going to go to themes. And I am going to delete the extra themes that I'm not currently using. If I have another theme that I want to install, I'll click on Add New, and I'll upload a theme. If I want to choose some of the free theme options, I can. And once I install a particular theme that I like, I would then go to themes and delete the 2017 theme template. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go to general. And then I just want to make sure everything looks good. If I wanted to keep the date format a particular way, so that looks good. For reading, I'm going to uncheck this once I go live. If the site's being worked on, you want to have this checked, but once it's finished, don't forget to uncheck this box or else your website won't show up on Google. Now for discussion, if you don't have a blog, then I would suggest not having anyone post a comment, or a comment is held for moderation. I don't want WordPress to annoy me with emails. I would have all comments be manually approved. I'll uncheck this one. I typically, for the default article settings, I'll uncheck this. And if there's no blogs, then there's no point allowing people to put post comments, so I'll uncheck that as well. But for blogging, if you do have a blog, I would just keep everything as the default. In terms of the email part, you can uncheck it if you don't want WordPress to email every time somebody posts a comment or if a comment's held in moderation. And then this would have been checked on default. I would probably uncheck the pings and the trackbacks and the attempt to notify any blogs linked to from an article. Other than that, everything else looks good. I'm going to skip media. I'm going to go to permalinks. And I think with permalinks, I typically will then choose post name. So that way it has a cleaner URL instead of a date. And then I'll click on Save Changes. And that's basically it. That's all you have to do to have your own WordPress site. If you like this video and you like how easy it is to have your own WordPress website that is affordable, in the description below, I do have a referral link you can use to sign up to Bluehost. I like Bluehost. As you can see, I use it myself, and I think you'll like it too.